My friendship's always unaffected by the machine.
Is it okay that I'm always sort of scared? Don't need me to label line, someone take me there. Welcome to a world that's got me always pissed off. Makes you tough when you're out of beat stop. The ending that I'm seeing seems I'll get out when I'm dead. Anyone else want a cartoon instead?
And we're not doing it for the sake of money. No, we're doing it because...
Children, I heard like a teacher in Japan.
I am embodied by death. I am embodied by fate. I am embodied by a belief in what which will never be. I wanna be merchandise. I wanna be merchandise.
Joseph knelt down in the sacred garden. He assembled 2 stones and he got to having sex with every non-consenting woman. He pulled off to the side on the way to the land of Zion. If a man could influence every generation and control their very thoughts during the sacred act of masturbation, I can't see why I can't do the same with 4 power chords and Nintendo 64 games. Without you, I feel so incomplete, and I love the way world's a game, and darling, we're just players. Ready to the game console right now.
Maybe someday I'll second guess what you wrote when I get my post-it on the back of your throat. So go find your closest friends and power tools you know best. You can find us out in the back of Flight Southwest.
We'll kick up skateboards, you'll pull starter chords. We'll write hospital bills that neither side can afford. After we discard a rash, we'll find a way we'll crash, and we'll keep a mental log of all the questions they'll ask. When we kill your chat and reveal all our past, with several tanks of gas and $1 for match, you'll all know that you should never cross on your friends, cause your messiah called place can never make amends. I gave up sincerity in my art, cause it didn't suit my fashion sense. From this moment forth, I will lie in my lyrics to make myself look good. And singing along's compulsory, cause I'm young and female and troubled. From this moment forth, you will never ever hear me express an opinion. I was 15. Someone wrote an album about me. They had me program the keys and play the drums. But all you fifth wave freaks are so straight, even the gay ones, especially the gay ones. But all the world's insane. Rosemary, we're all players. Da 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 da. But all the world's a game, and darling, we're just players. I'm extremely self-absorbent. I am acutely susceptible to hypnotic suggestion. And I like to try to be nice. And I like to apologize, even when I'm obviously alright. But why would you be making art if you weren't kind of a narcissist anyway? Da 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 da.
I saw my life flash before my eyes.
And I hate that I get paid back the help. So I lie down. I'm 21 and I'm still listening to the same fucking song since I was 14. In 2013 I was a young teen, and I wanted to kill myself every day, and that still hasn't changed. I'm 22 now and I'm still stuck in somehow. I'm always trying to sing their songs. I might be saying something's gotta change. Myself
crickets singing. Waves comes the obvious solutions. My lows like ambient occlusion. I found another way to do this. I'm sorry that I really never even knew this. When I saw you, my body hit the brakes, and I just don't know what to say. This isn't a joke. I promise I really mean it.
Don't hide, won't hide. Alibi, no alibi.
I love you, I promise. Why would I even lie about this? I love you, I promise. Why would I? Why would I?
Oh, I'm afraid of the other girls. I love them the most, so they hurt the most. I'm afraid of the other girls. Let each other please, just do that for me. I'm afraid of the other girls. I love them the most, so they hurt the most. I'm afraid of the other girls. Let each other please, just do that for me. Woo! Wow, my head's spinning.
I guess I'm just a little man. I've lost dog and played escape. But you, my dear, you're the first to understand. I guess I'm not going back. If there's a heaven, I don't want it without you. If we're going to hell, then yeah. Even so, I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you. Hell and back. Even so, I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you. Hell and back. Shuffle through the corridor, repair how these pages and scatter them across the floor. Disregard every golden scripture written by those who passed long before. So sacrament, disregard our covenants, write a hymn, book together, be our own sacramental choir. When you find me out in the left, I'll pull you in close and I'll say with my final breath. There's a heaven, I don't want it without you. If we're going to hell, then yeah. Even so, I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you. Hell and back. Even so, I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you. Hell and back. There's a world for both of us. You don't have to live like this, like this. If there is a God, I never had to pray to him. You don't have to live in a cage. Even so, I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you. Hell and back. Even so, I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you.
take my hand. Let's avoid the slaughter. We can't be perfect men, but let's be perfect daughters. Come and take my hand. Fly over boiling water. We can't be perfect men, but let's be perfect daughters.
Someone helpful. Oh, you think you know me, and you think you hate me, but all you think of when you think of me is some object. What do you think that you know? 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 Oh, you think you know me because you've seen my Tumblr, but you don't even know the last time I had a shower. Maybe this is a fiction, maybe you're a fool, maybe you'll wake up tomorrow and find out I'm gone. Transmitters are quiet, numbed and useless, but I could just ask the same of you, my dear. Well, would you choose this?
Not unfair to criticize the billboard's use of parallels and repetitions, but given the subject matter, the repetition is largely appropriate. The billboard has repetitions surrounding life and death. Repetition is an important part of presenting scripture. As it is in repetition and meditation that we find unity to new levels of understanding.
Oblivion transmitters are quiet, numbed and useless, but I could just ask the same of you, my dear. Well, would you choose this? Because you rode in the basement, I know the trees that round and you found them. Cause watch the world unfold and burn paper strips with hearts around them. I won't wait a million years, I don't pick lock doors anymore. Cold little lies lately, if you don't believe in me, I don't even need you to. I'm not wrong, I'm just insane, I don't hear the things you say. I'm just terrified of you, I'll ignore it. I believe in neurotransmitters
repetition.
There was a time I can't recall. For you there was nothing at all. Now I'm glad this heart of mine, I know it's weird, but oh, never mind. See, the clouds can dance like smoke, and the lakes can drain the wind. Now I have to go, but you're strong and brave, so stay safe.